here.
What up, Cat? Big Cat from the idiot.
Dooski, bitch.
This motherfucking Gab in the bitch. It's a bitch ass day for you bitch ass bitches, so we about to wake you bitches up.
What's going down with the gang? I see Kev put up in the bag, Mert.
Okay.
In the bag, Mert.
See how I'm coming.
You got
I'm saying. We got a special guest. Shout out my big bro Kwame. We appreciate you coming on.
Kwame Spinner.
Thanks for having me.
We definitely appreciate you coming up to the platform, man. And you feel me, just for everybody that's listening, you feel me, just provide your own opinion on everything, man. Even if you disagree with us. Just to get into, you feel me, this first topic, to preface it, you know, I would consider it a touchy situation, you know. So I don't know how lightly y'all want to tread, or you feel me, how real y'all want to get, but it's all depending on y'all, you feel me. We could take it wherever y'all want to take it. But just to present it to the audience, it's a war going on, you feel me. I would say it's a civil war, but it seems as though it's making its way into more than that. Israel is you know, they've been had control of this territory or country. I don't know what exactly it is, but it's go by the name of Gaza, and that's where Palestinians reside. That's where they've been at, you know what I'm saying? And the Israel or the Israelis, they are you know, invading. What was that? My fault.
They're Israelis.
Yeah, they, you know, they've been doing what they doing. They trying to occupy that territory, and obviously that means that they not really fucking with the Palestinians, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play this video, and then y'all can speak y'all's piece on it, but I definitely want to get them something there.
Israel is one of the most racist countries in the world. While you'll never hear anyone in the mainstream media say this, this is actually one of the most important things you need to understand if you want to know what's happening right now. From its inception, the whole idea of Israel as a country was based on racism. Israel was conceived as a Jewish state, and while there's nothing wrong in principle with Jews having a homeland, the problem is that they insisted that that homeland had to be in Palestine, which already belonged to someone, the Palestinians. The slogan of Israel's founders was "a land for a people without a land." But deep down, they all knew that the only way to have a Jewish majority in Palestine, an Arab country, was to expel the Arabs. One of the founders of Israel, Yosef Weitz, wrote, "There's no room in the country for both peoples. There's no way but to transfer the Arabs from here to neighboring countries." Israel was quite literally founded by expelling and massacring hundreds of thousands of Arabs in a years-long process called the Nakba. And when you found a country based on racial exclusion, you're gonna get a culture that fosters and celebrates racial exclusion. Because countries that commit terrible atrocities rarely acknowledge committing those atrocities. And the presence of Palestinians who remained in Palestine became a constant reminder, not only of the violence that founded Israel, but of the constantly looming threat that they might come back and try to reclaim their land. Every day you can find videos coming out of Israel showing Israelis calling for all Arabs to die, insulting the Prophet Muhammad, desecrating mosques, Christians, mocking and celebrating the murder of Palestinians, committing violent hate crimes against Palestinians, watching Gaza get carpet bombed from a cliffside for entertainment. But don't just go off these anecdotes. Let's look at some of the polls. One poll found that 2/3 of Israeli teens believe Arabs to be less intelligent, uncultured, and violent. It also found that 50% of Israelis wouldn't live in the same building as Arabs.
Y'all kind of get the gist of it, though. You feel me? How do y'all feel about that, though?
Oh, Keon, your mic tweak.
Oh, Kington. So Kwame, before we had got on camera, I was starting to say, I felt as though it was a touchy subject, but you didn't all the way agree with that. Could you kind of expound on that?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just the most black and white situation that it could be. You have a settler colonizer nation that's pushed these people to the margins of their land. So for starters, Israel's on stolen land.
God.
And then on top of that, these people are displaced. They live in an open air prison in Gaza. Everything's under Israeli control. So there's no legal recourse for these people. They can't protest. They protested in 2018 peacefully. They were gunned down. There's nothing to do. So the only answer you're gonna get when people are displaced, when they're sick, when the life expectancy is such that 50% of the population is children, well, there's going to be violence. And I'm not justifying the Hamas attack. Obviously, civilians shouldn't be killed on either side. But there was no other way that this could go. You're going to get a militant uprising, and it's going to end in violence. So on Saturday, that's what happened. We got a militant attack, and Israel has responded by committing literal genocide. We're seeing them trying to wipe these people off the planet. It's a black and white situation. You'll get people trying to weaponize anti-Semitism and tell you if you don't support Israel, you hate Jews.
There we go.
And that's not the case.
Yeah. Nah, you was funny because that's what I was trying to say too. I was like, it's crazy. We be thinking the Jews and all that be hella holy and shit. They worse than Lil Durk. They was out there talking about some a dead Arab, a good Arab. They was out there bopping to that shit. Like
they was celebrating.
It's not all Jewish people. There's people in Israel who are against this. There's American Jewish people who are against this. It's just the country of Israel, which is predominantly Jewish, but does not represent all Jewish people, is a racist fascist state and is committing ethnic cleansing as we speak. And that's just a fact. There's no gray area. There's no ifs or buts.
That is the facts for sure. And the reason I say, because that could be something that's considered a civil or domestic case, but I think Jews or the Jewish have so much power to where a lot of people that have nothing to do with it or don't really know what's going on feel compelled to speak on it. And you have people like LeBron James who done went out on a limb and supported Israel, and you feel me, didn't really choose a side, because I agree with Kwame. It's not really there's no gray area in terms of what's right and what's wrong in this situation. So it shouldn't be nobody who's trying to step out and inform people or raise awareness or anything that's sitting there playing both sides or playing the fence. Right. You feel me? And I think
it's like you gotta look at what happened to Kyrie and Kanye. You know what I mean? A lot of niggas don't want to jump over that fence. They like, I'm gonna leave y'all niggas over there,
bro. And Kanye then came out recently and said, hey, they can control Shaq and LeBron and Jay-Z and Beyonce. They can't control, you feel me? That's what Kanye said. I'm not saying that they can't control him too, but it's funny because remember, Keon, I think they took that video down, but you had put up a viral video on our STB page. LeBron hug. What'd you say?
With LeBron in it.
Yup. Yeah. With LeBron hugging the Pope or whoever it was. You feel me? And I think stuff like that is so symbolic of who really run the people we look up to, or the people not us specifically, but the masses. You know what I'm saying? They got you looking up to these people and they making them choose this side. And it's deliberate, the lack of information that's put out about it. Like the fact that most of us really didn't know what was going on is
I still don't know what's going on. Like a lot of this stuff that Kwame said, I wasn't aware of.
So let me get into Hamas real quick, just so y'all know who Hamas is, because as he was speaking about, it's like they're uprising. You know what I'm saying? You're not about to just sit here and take this shit for forever. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna try to do something about it at a certain point. And Hamas is the group that's the group I guess representing Palestinians, or maybe made up of all Palestinians. I'm not all the way certain, but
It's the only group.
You said it's the only group.
It's the only militant group representing Palestine.
Yeah.
So yeah, they don't even have an organized,
There's
government.
that's another thing. This is being displayed as a war. It's not a war. They're not fighting anyone. They're just killing civilians. There's no one to fight.
Is it civilians killing civilians, or is it
the Israeli government is massacring civilians as we speak right now?
Damn, hold on. Let me ask y'all this: in the case of that, if that being the case, do y'all think that our army and our government should get involved?
We are involved. We're
I think we already involved. Yeah, I was going to say.
I mean, like
we are
out there.
We are sending them the equipment that's doing this.
Yeah, they just sent out 6,000 bombs in the past week.
Hold on. We sending the people who's killing the civilians.
We are sending Israel.
Whoa. Okay. That's what I'm not aware of. That's crazy.
We've been providing people with weapons of mass destruction for a while now. You feel me? So it's a lot of people that the U.S. that made the compromise behind, you feel me, closed doors. But it's when you see people like LeBron James and Cardi B and all these people that's American icons, but they don't have nothing to do with the politics. They back in a certain side, and it show you, you feel me, the side that America already took.
Right. See, and I'm thinking, if anything, we gonna be on the side of the civilians, but we on the whole other.
And you know what else show you why?
Israel is the only country in the Middle East that helps the U.S. essentially. They're our only Middle Eastern ally. So whatever they want to do, our government supports. It's essentially the box we've been placed in.
Damn, that's like having no morals, or like.
Exactly.
That's crazy. No integrity.
That's exactly what's going on, which is why it's being reported as a war, which is why every time a Palestinian has to say, hey, they're killing us, instead of asking, well, how are you guys getting humanitarian aid? They say, well, do you denounce Hamas?
Right.
And you know, it's crazy that it just made me think, like, our government is like, they represent us, right? So they making these decisions on our behalf, and now like those or other countries look at us a certain way for, like, the U.S. civilians a certain way for shit we not even aware of.
Exactly.
And you have to think about it on a mass scale, because my whole point is it's a reason why we didn't know about this. You feel me? Because if we wanted to help, then we would put this shit on the news. You know what I'm saying? But they don't want American citizens to know what's going on, because
so they flipped the fucking narrative.
But listen though, they flipped the narrative, right? But also they don't want us to not sign up for the military and join the wars and fight on their behalf, because if we really know what we fighting for, then we gonna be discouraged from even joining that shit.
Exactly.
You know so that's an even bigger point. But to just let people know what's going on with Hamas. Hold on, I'm about to share it again. That's my fault. But yeah, Hamas. Hamas is the only group, the only militant group.
This is how I got rid of bed bugs for less than $40.
I'm about to get them out of here immediately.
Surprised.
Get them out of here.
With the Islamists
just talk about that shit.
Carried out this attack. Who are Hamas? Well, its name is an Arabic acronym for Islamic Resistance Movement. It's sworn to Israel's destruction, and its base is Gaza. It's been in control there since 2007, though, as it's not held no.
So y'all see how small Gaza is,
right?
Like Israel, they in control of Gaza, but that's not, you feel me? That's Palestinian people. That's not Israelis. You know what I'm saying?
Can I present quickly?
Yes, sir. Please.
You just showed that. Share screen. Don't show you screen. Share screen. Sorry, I got multiple computers.
No, you all good. You all good.
This is the level of colonization there's been. The green is Palestine in 1946. And then you can see the Gaza Strip here. That's 2012. This is just what Israel has taken from these people over the last 75 years.
That whole thing is Israel now.
So where were they before that?
They were in this is the green is Palestine. It's what happened is After the
Oh.
atrocity, after the Holocaust, essentially, it was determined that Jewish people need to have a home. The home was Jerusalem, was Palestine, essentially. So they determined that they needed an Arab state and a Jewish state. And I believe, and I'm no expert on this, but I believe what happened is Israel, the Jewish state, was given UN member status. So Britain and the United States, essentially, everyone's out there. They became allies with all these countries. So slowly we funded them, we helped them, we do military training with them. And this entire time they're using all of this and they're colonizing Palestine in real time. So now all you have left of Palestine is the Gaza Strip, the West Bank, and maybe a couple other scattered territories.
Jesus.
That's sick. That's sick.
But what do they want though?
Yeah, that's what I was just thinking.
They want the land. They want to have all of the land. And
They
the
want
only
it to
way
be
for
Israel.
there to be no more Palestine. They're colonizing. They're just colonizing in real time.
Yeah, this is modern day.
You're just seeing it happen slowly over 75 years.
Yeah. And that's what's sick about it, because people speak on what they would do if they were around for certain events like this, and we're witnessing it in real time. You know what I'm saying? Throughout our entire years of living, but before that too, this has been going on, and it's also something to think about. Remember we talked about BRICS, Brazil, Russia, India, China, somebody else,
Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia. You know, and they forming an alliance against us. You know what I'm saying? So when we don't have too many allies out there, we probably gonna invest more into the ones that we do have, i.e. Israel. So you feel me? That's even less of a reason, or even more of a reason for us not to defend Palestine as far as U.S. the government. You feel me? But the people of the U.S., we wouldn't align with all of these ideologies, and that's what, you feel me? Keon was talking about earlier. Like, they're gonna flip the narrative for us and make us think, yeah, we supposed to. This is anti-Semitism when you go against Jewish people or when you go against the grain. But in reality, they the aggressors. They the colonizers. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go back to the video I had just so we could present Hamas real quick.
Hard to gauge what support it has.
Oh, Dusky. And just to put it in perspective, this whole region, what Kwame was just showing, that shit was green 75 years ago. You know what I'm saying? I was Palestine 75 years ago. So that just puts shit in perspective of how much colonizing they've been doing, type shit.
And this weekend, President Biden called Hamas a terrorist organization. In fact, the EU,
Ain't that crazy though? Joe Biden, you feel me? He interfered when Hamas say something. This shit been going on for years, but he gonna say something when Hamas start turning up. You feel me? And doing what, you feel me? This is they revolution. They revolting. But Joe Biden gonna get out there. This is a terrorist organization. You feel me? They do the same shit to black people.
The UK and the US all categorize it this way. In the region, Iran is Hamas's primary backer. Indeed, Hamas has told the BBC Iran gave direct backing for this weekend's attack. Hamas also has close relations with the militant group Hezbollah in Lebanon, which shares a border with Israel. And Israel knows all of this and more about Hamas. Which leads us to the next question. Why didn't Israeli intelligence know about the attack? The analyst Colin Clark describes how Israel has world-class intelligence collection and analysis capabilities. That includes using informers in Gaza and surveillance drones above it. In the words of one former US counterterrorism specialist, it's almost inconceivable how they missed this. But they did. And working out why is now a matter of urgency. Our question is whether this is different to previous escalations. Serious violent escalations between Israel and the Palestinians are not uncommon, but the scale of this Hamas attack makes it different. Israeli territory was infiltrated. Hundreds of Israelis have died. As many as 100 hostages were taken. Saturday was one of the deadliest days in Israel's history. The UN's Middle East peace envoy says, "This is a dangerous precipice, and I appeal to all to pull back from the brink." This is different. And the scale of the attack leads us to, how is Israel responding? Well, already Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu talks of a long and difficult war. There are Israeli airstrikes in Gaza. Hundreds of Palestinians have died. Military vehicles are heading to the Gaza border, and tens of thousands of Israeli reservists are being called up. As well as that, the US Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin has announced that additional equipment and resources, including munitions, will be sent. Israel's allies are offering.
That's insane right there.
Can y'all hear me all right?
Yeah.
All right. So I'm coming from the perspective of a nigga that don't know anything, right? So Hamas is protecting Palestine from getting conquered from Israel.
Yes,
right?
and I believe it's good. Now, Kwame, you correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe it's contrived of Palestinians. You feel me? And any allies that may be in there. You feel me? They said that they was backed by Iranians. I don't know if any Iranians would be.
I believe in the mid 2000s there was we imposed, or the West whole thing is that, I'm not going to get into whether every country needs to be a democracy or the ins and outs of socialism versus capitalism or any of that. But essentially, we forced them to have a democracy. They elected Hamas as a political party, so Hamas won the election. And then I think we didn't want Hamas to win the election, so we kind of dismantled it. This is getting into more of, somebody who knows more than me should speak about this. But from what I understand, we then dismantled Hamas, and it rose again as a militant organization, compromised of Palestinians, representing the interests of Palestinians.
So would you say they have any relation to like ISIS?
No, none.
Okay. So
that's probably Hamas. I believe they have a large disdain for ISIS, actually, but there's no relation between the two. That much I know.
Okay. Keon, you could go on with your question. You were saying from a standpoint of somebody who don't know nothing about it.
So Hamas is protecting Palestine from getting conquered from Israel, and the U.S. government is financing Israel
and equipping Israel
to take over. Okay.
And Hamas's goal is, from what I understand, they've given up on the idea that they're ever going to get their land back. They want Israel's current occupation of Palestine to end.
Okay, and just stop where it's at.
They don't want to retake Israel. They just want to free Palestine.
Okay. Damn. Okay, so knowing what we know, because I got this other clip, and it's not as deep, but I want to see what y'all think.
This morning was some disturbing news out of Israel that Hamas kidnapping children, putting them in cages.
Okay, now that y'all explain this to me. Okay, hold on. Let me start. Before I see it. This is on the wrong side. It sounds like, hold on.
The news out of Israel that Hamas kidnapping children, putting them in cages, killing women, killing the elderly. Some coward shit. That's cowardly. And for all y'all Black Lives Matter who ain't saying nothing, well, let me figure out exactly what happened before I say anything.
But you should.
Fuck you. Figure out what? It ain't never been cool to kidnap kids and put them in cages.
See, and that's crazy because they doing that in America. But it's crazy that he went out on a limb and condemned people that said, let me find more information about this shit. Just for him to not have all the information.
Yeah, right. Did not have done his research. That's why I was laughing. I wasn't laughing at.
Bro,
it's like you talk about you hurt, you all the way on the wrong side. Like that's
hey. Well, what's a Black Israel? Because I think that's what he is, or however.
Black Israelite.
Yeah, I think Amari Stoudemire is one of those, but I don't know what that is. That's the thing.
I mean, I don't know if it has. I don't know if it has any relation to what's going on though either. You know what I'm saying? Because regardless, like I think that take it right back to Kwame's point. It's a black and white scenario. It's somebody being conquered, and it's the people that's doing the conquering. Regardless of what your affiliation is wrong and right. So for you to call upon the rest of the black community who might not all identify with being an Israelite or being a black Israelite, for you to call up on us and say we supposed to join the attack or hop on, and this is my biggest thing too, because the first thing I noticed was something that I reacted to at first. The first videos and news that I had seen on this topic in particular was the same shit it sounded like he was highlighting, which was Hamas, doing some flagrant, it was a lot of wild stuff that was coming out, but it was only being reported on Hamas. None of the stuff that was that has been done to Palestine or Palestinians has ever been reported.
Every day for the last 75 years.
Crazy.
So for him to come out on a limb and say that they wrong for retaliating, but not ever have spoken on or seem to even know about, what caused this, is the ignorance, you feel me, on display. This is what it looked like to be loud and wrong. This is what they mean when they say that.
Yeah, because when I first seen this, I'm just like, dude just want attention. Like he just want to be on the side and be looked at like he.
And this is like believing propaganda without really, you know what I mean? He just took that shit for, oh yeah, they out here doing that. All right. But it's like he didn't even realize, like, nah, I ain't really.
I wanted to ask this though. What, in order to conquer like a region or whatever, what do you have to do? Kill everybody in there or make them leave? So
that happened in 1948. It's called the Nakba. But yeah, they mass murdered and forced people out of their homes. It's illegal. You know how because Germany committed the Holocaust, you cannot deny the Holocaust in Germany.
Right.
Like it's a crime for a German to say the Holocaust never happened. In Israel, you have the opposite thing. They committed something called the Nakba, where they killed all these people and they displaced them and they stole their land and homes. But it's illegal to mention the Nakba in Israel.
And the U.S. government is supporting that.
We give them billions every year, along with weapons, along with military training.
See, it's shit like this, but we just don't know. Like, this is new to me. This is crazy.
And it's crazy because let me share this as well by another NBA player, which I alluded to before. But this was LeBron's statement from his company he started. The devastation in Israel is tragic and unacceptable. The murder and violence against innocent people by Hamas is terrorism. The Spring Hill Company family sends our deepest condolences to Israel and the Jewish community. We pray for peace in the religion and reiterate our continued commitment to fight hate in all its forms. We all must work to ensure this tragedy does not spread even more hate, racism, and anti-Semitism.
You see how they like warping that shit?
Bro,
yeah. That's crazy.
Bro, this man is on a contract that he cannot ever breach. This man highlighting Jews or Jewish people as if they, you feel me? Like there was no reason for him to jump out on this ledge and say what he said, bro.
The tragedy in Israel, the tragedy ain't in Israel. That's what it sounds like.
Hamas is terrorism. Right. And it's the same thing Amari Stoudemire just said. You feel me? Like, how can you say that while also, you feel me, not speaking to
Hamas wouldn't even be there if they wasn't.
Exactly.
If y'all wasn't even out here killing niggas, like.
So it's important to make the distinction and distinguish between Zionism and anti-Semitism. So not every Jewish person is a Zionist. Zionism is the idea that this is their land, they're entitled to it, and no more Palestine. That we want all this land. So those people are called Zionists.
And I do apologize for saying or for grouping all of the Jewish people into one group, because that's not what I meant to do. I'm glad you cleared that up.
So there's a stark difference between Zionism and Judaism. Not every Jewish person is a Zionist, and Zionists are the ones who think that they should have all this land. It's the principle through which they're colonizing these people. But people will tell you that anti-Zionism is anti-Semitism, and that's not the case. Not even all Jewish people are Zionists. So it's important to make that distinction. This colonizing principle, what they're doing it in the name of Zionism, not Judaism.
So y'all see what they got our athletes, you feel me? That's 2 NBA legends, you feel me? That they had taken aside, and they clearly are not too informed. And it kind of took people back to I don't know who said it, but it was some lady. She said, "Shut up and dribble." And people start, you feel me, getting on the point where they're like, you feel me, maybe athletes do need to shut up and dribble because y'all starting to sound too ignorant and y'all got too much influence to be that ignorant. Somebody else.
It only flows one way. If you notice that, the stick to sports, they'll tell athletes to stick to sports, but then you have all of these organizations, the Cavs, the Lakers, who say we stand with Israel. All this stick to sports stuff, it's a one-way river.
Because they never call out the organization. Because I remember the NBA and the NFL during the bubble and during the George Floyd stuff, they had fight racism all over the merch. Like they was just doing, they was advertising it, like they was getting a bag off of it. But it's crazy that they say that about athletes, you feel me? Because recently, I know about 4 or 5 months ago, we was talking about Mikey Williams and Ja Morant, but it seemed like, you know, Mikey Williams, his past and caught up to him. Have y'all heard anything about what's been?
I heard about 6 felonies. That's it. But
yeah, 6 felonies.
Who is that again? Mikey Williams.
Mikey Will. So this man is a high school phenom.
Ain't he somebody's son?
I haven't heard of him being somebody's son. I just know him for his extreme talent. He's a dog at hoop. You know, he looked like he was going, you feel me, straight to the league ever since he was in middle school. I mean, he got a crazy NIL bag in high school. He's making millions of dollars as a high schooler just off of name, image, and likeness. He was set to go to Memphis next year. He's been famous for years. But recently he done got caught up in some shit. I think he only 17 years old. Mind you, he been hanging with NBA young boy.
Yeah. When we did the live and we were talking about him and Ja Morant.
Yes. This is your man's right here. So I'm gonna just give y'all a little briefing real quick. Let y'all hear it.
Most people have no clue that in 2023, the best way to make money on Amazon is not with physical products.
One girl testified that Williams told the group, quote, "We better get to stepping or you'll leave with bullet holes." Williams, who is committed
You better get to stepping or you leaving with bullet bodies. This is a hooper we talking about. He's speaking like that. This is a hooper speaking like that.
Of Memphis faces up to 28 years in prison.
A judge today ordered former San Ysidro High School basketball star Mikey Williams to stand trial on 6 felony gun charges.
The 18-year-old is accused of assault with a firearm and shooting at an occupied vehicle in March outside his home in Hamul.
A boy stated that Williams told them here, quote, "Y'all better leave before I kill of you all."
Okay, so I want to talk about this Mikey Williams story, and I want to go over some details, and then I would like to get you guys' opinion in the comment section, because I think we can have a more deeper conversation.
I don't know what all he gonna talk about, so I'm gonna just give y'all the gist of it myself. So the report basically say a roommate of his, they was at Mikey Williams' house. A guy that he going to Memphis with, you know, he gonna be hooping with him next year, or he was set to be hooping with him next year, had invited a girl over to the crib. This was late, like midnight. This is all according to the court documents and the shit that, you know, came from police reports. The girl arrived and it was like 5 or 6 people in the car. Mikey Williams was, you feel me? They said he didn't like that, you know, so they got into an argument, I guess. They threatened to kill his dog. He threatened to kill them. You know what I'm saying?
What the hell?
And then after that, he had fired like 6 shots at the car. You feel me? To get them to leave. Now they don't know for certain whether it was him that fired the shots, but everybody, all the witnesses said that he had a gun. None of them said they seen him shoot it though, but they all said they seen him with a gun. And they also, when they went to go arrest him, they found other weapons in his house. They didn't find the murder weapon though.
But it's the same thing we was talking about last time. We were saying like
he didn't murder nobody. My fault. I shouldn't even have said that.
Fellas, I'm about to get out of here.
All right, bro.
Appreciate you,
man. Appreciate you.
Appreciate the platform. Thanks for hearing me out. I wish I knew more about this stuff.
Oh, you all good, man. So this is somebody who was set to, I mean, of course, go to the league. You feel me? Be a college phenom. This man already, you feel me, like done accrued some generational wealth, damn near like millions of dollars for real. And he just threw his whole. He facing 28 years in prison right now.
28.
He's facing 28 years in prison.
But he didn't shoot nobody, right? Like nobody got shot.
I don't think nobody got injured. No.
Yeah, it's on some Pooh Shiesty type shit.
Yeah, it's on some Pooh Shiesty, like, because I do believe that some of the people may have been under 18. So
I feel you. But wait, that nigga ain't got no priors or nothing, do we? Plus he not 18, right?
He under.
Yeah. He 19.
Oh,
he's 19 years old.
But he don't. If you don't got no priors, then I don't think they're gonna throw the whole 28 at him. They just doing that to.
But how do y'all feel about it? Because I mean, even shit. Have y'all heard about Miles Bridges?
Oh, I mean, I heard, but I thought he was good, right?
Man, Miles Bridges just was set to have a 10-game NBA suspension, and he was gonna be back in the league like nothing happened.
No way.
This nigga turned around and violated his restraining order. This was just like a week ago. Violated his restraining order against his baby mom. Went and harassed her. You feel me? Was throwing shit at her. That's what they reported. But the nigga had a mug shot for violating the restraining order, and now he might not be coming back to the league. You feel me? And I think we seeing it too often with these NBA players or just these basketball athletes in general, like. Because I wouldn't even say the Miles Bridges situation is a scenario where he trying to be too street or he trying to be a tough guy, but we seeing it so often where these NBA players are trying to be something that they not. Even with Amari Stoudemire and LeBron speaking on the Israel topic, like y'all don't even know enough that maybe you niggas need to shut up and dribble for real.
Bro, it's not at this point. It's not even being something. It's just doing shit you don't need to do.
Right.
Like, you don't gotta do all that, bro. Like, just from you speaking on shit you don't need to speak on. And in this case, like, bro, that's not the best way to like handle this situation. And you know your value, you know what your future looking like.
I think that was his mistake. I think you allowing your friend to invite company of his own over to your house was your first mistake. Because if we don't know, this is somebody who about to play ball at Memphis still. Whoever his roommate was that invited the girl over, he probably still going to have a basketball career. He's never going to probably make the money that Mikey Williams was making. You know what I'm saying? Because Mikey Williams' name is already something crazy. So Mikey Williams' value got to be probably 10 times higher than anybody in his inner circle. At least for you to allow them to take from you or your circumstance, or even put your circumstance in liability or become a liability, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's on you in general. I understand you trying to defend your house and defend yourself, and self-defense is a thing, but I'm not jacking none of that in this situation. Like, I'm with you, Keon. He didn't have to do none of this.
Right.
You didn't even have to be available, for shit like this. I wouldn't even, and it go back to what we was talking about last pod. Like, once you reach a certain status, you're supposed to draw back a little bit. You ain't supposed to want to be seen and want to be in the mix so much, you know what I'm saying? Because shit like this can happen.
You really can't mix it too, for real.
But
you gotta pick a side.
That's crazy because that's exactly why the two done clash. Because it's funny. It was a story too. A rapper, an underground rapper I listened to, he had got into it where they was about to rob the plug, and he was really just because like he was mad because he was famous at rap, but like the plug didn't really give a fuck. You feel me? The plug still looked at him like, nigga, you still that same junkie. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you got billions of views, and then I guess he ended up then liking that she tried to rob him. Well, they did rob him, but then some shit happened. Now they end up saying other niggas are snitches and shit. But it's just crazy how like ego and all that I think has a play to it too, or just like
The thing with Mikey, why does he even have a gun in the first place?
True.
I mean, nigga, bro, you gotta protect yourself.
That is true. And nigga, is he from Memphis or he's going to Memphis?
He's about to be going to Memphis. So he was living in Memphis because he was.
Bro, you gotta think, bro. My fault, Dusty, to cut you off.
I understand he got to defend himself, but it's like he's at a point in his life, like financially. I'm pretty sure he's touched $1 million, right?
Well, Gav said he was, but
yeah, he's a millionaire.
So what I mean by that is you shouldn't be carrying a gun. Somebody else should be carrying the gun for you, protecting you. Like, you feel me?
I see what you're saying, but I think if bro, you feel me, not gonna have that person with you 24/7, but bro, it's one thing to have a gun and knowing how to use it and when to use it. It's two different things, bro.
Bro, and it goes back to the John Morant topic, bro. That was the big defense. You feel me? People were saying, why did he have a gun in the first place? We've also seen athletes like Bud Crawford, who we talked about, who are responsible gun carriers. This man, Bud Crawford, then took a picture with about 30 different rifles. But you don't never hear no news like this about him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it comes down to being responsible with
how you use it exactly. Because it's like, for one, you can't even get if he would have killed one of them niggas, you can't even get off on self-defense because they driving away like you the aggressor damn near, unless, and none of them had sticks, right? The niggas he shot.
No, they said that was the only gun I was seeing was the one that he had that they seen him with.
I feel like for you to not kill nobody, you must not wanted to have killed somebody. You know, not trying to, you know what I mean? I don't want to say nothing like that, but like, damn, nigga. Like, I don't think I think it was just more of a stat or like trying to look beastie thing. Like, oh yeah, I up this bitch up. Like, because he probably felt already disrespected. Like, I'm probably trying to blast this bitch one-on-one. She done brought 5 niggas with her. He already.
No, it was his roommate that even brought him there.
Oh, it wasn't for no bitch.
Didn't say like his roommate was trying to bring a bitch?
His roommate had invited a girl over. Mikey knew of the girl coming, but she ended up showing up with 4 or 5.
Yeah, I would be salty at that too. To be honest,
understand that. Yeah,
but then
that makes sense. Okay,
y'all got to peel the fuck out though. Why are you busting shots though? You know what I mean? That's why I feel like he probably did. He wanted to blast low key, like,
and that's what takes it back to Dusky's point. You wanting to use, I understand you owning a gun, but you wanting to use it in that situation is completely ignorant. Because you could have called anybody. You feel me? You're Mikey Williams, bro.
Yeah.
You could have called any type of help. You wasn't in no type of threat for real because it wasn't no gun.
At anything, he could have just removed himself from the situation.
That's what I'm saying. Like, Like, soon as you pulled up and you see extras, pull off. Like, y'all, I ain't even about to come out. Like, you should know the drill. Get the fuck up out of here. Like,
bro, I'm not opening the door. I'm not communicating or interacting with y'all, and I'm calling the boys. Come get these pests from out of my yard. I don't know what they're doing out there. I need you to come. Yeah, you feel me? Control them. But that's all that should have been. You feel me? You don't have to live by the same criteria or code or limitations that people put on themselves when you're not of a certain status. Because you trying to live by that status or prove yourself of anything is gonna get you in situations like this, where instead of you potentially facing tens of millions of dollars over the next 2 years because you're gonna be one of the biggest college basketball stars in the world, you facing 28 fucking years in a cell.
And they don't understand how it makes it worse when you're known now, because it's like when you're John Doe, don't nobody know the fuck who you are. You really out here on the streets, nigga. It don't matter. But then when you're Mikey Williams, every lawyer is knocking at the nigga door. Hey, you was in that car? Your ass got shot at? Hey, Gangy, you know somebody who got shot at? I'll throw you a 10-piece just for telling me. Like, Nigga, They don't understand how this shit works, bro.
Nigga,
Like,
you got a picture with that nigga from 4th grade, nigga, that might incriminate this nigga. I got you with $30. Nigga. Niggas is coming out the woodworks to tell on this nigga that don't even have real information. I know that nigga's middle name. I seen him. He was in my gym. He was hooping. I seen him. He said he would shoot me on the court. But this nigga, they gonna paint that nigga as a thug. They gonna throw the book at him. They gonna try to make an example out the nigga. That's what they doing with niggas like Tory Lanez. You want to be a high profile nigga and do some high profile dumbass shit? Bet we gonna make a high profile mistake out of your ass. You feel me? Or lesson out of your ass. You feel me? We gonna show everybody else what not to do because everybody seem to know who you is. So we gonna show them using you. You feel me? How we gonna do them if they was to ever try to do some shit like this?
That sound like buck breaking.
That sound like buck breaking, but it is. But they doing what they doing, and I'm glad you spoke on that because all the terms like buck breaking and you feel me, shit, even slavery. Like Kanye spoke on it. I don't know how many years ago, but all that shit just came into a new form or took a new form, but it ain't never really went nowhere. You feel me?
Right.
Like we still bound by the same fucking.
Then you know it's crazy. They say energy can't be created nor destroyed. It's the same energy in a whole different format.
Still bound by the same oppressors. And imagine we being oppressed out here, but we living with the oppression. We cool or not cool with it, but we not sitting here uprising and revolting over the fact that, you feel me, we gonna get made an example out of, and they really doing, you feel me, 21st century buck breaking. We not gonna sit here and outrage about it, but at the same time, we being oppressed. So it shouldn't be no surprise that our oppressors is supporting other oppressors. You feel me? Like Israel. So you feel me? Or the shit go hand in hand with that. I mean, it's crazy.
I get like 28 years. That's they doing too much with that. That's too much.
That do seem a little obsessive for it here. Like nobody died. I mean, ain't that attempted murder though?
That would be attempted murder.
Damn.
But the fact remains.
And don't
y'all weren't invited. Huh?
That ain't how many people in the car. That's a different count of attempted murder.
Yeah, or that's different felonies, like different charges. But I'm sure that attempted murder probably the most hefty one. Cause bro, felonies. Sometimes they try to scare you with that, but it's like, nigga, I just got a speeding felony. You know what I mean? Like it's sometimes you can get off some shit. Like
honestly, his lawyer better put in some work because if y'all put up to my crib and none of y'all seen me shoot this gun and none of y'all got hit with a bullet, lawyer, bro, do your fucking job, bro. Do your fucking job. I'm gonna be Franklin Saint to my lawyer, bro. They didn't see me shoot the gun. Do your fucking job, you crazy ass man. I'm a millionaire. Get me off of this case now. And I would have went the fuck home off of the case. We not playing with niggas, bro. I'm getting a Jewish lawyer immediately. Why you think a Jewish lawyer is so, you feel me? Because they got pool around this bitch. That's the pool you need in this situation. I'm sorry, but his lawyer better get him off of this shit. Because this is a little extensive, 28 years. Even if, I don't know, because he might do some years. If you facing 28 and you don't do none, that would be a little critical, but I don't know, man.
Man. Dooski.
Dude, Nate.
Yes, sir.
What you want to tell him, man?
My topic. So basically, I just want to talk about how I think it was like a couple pods ago, we was talking about how like in America it's a luxury, like with certain things and shit. And basically, I was thinking about it. I had a conversation with somebody at work, and then we were just talking about how us Americans don't know how good we got it here compared to, like, you feel me, other countries.
Yeah.
So like, I don't know. I just like we got it good, and it's like we don't see it. We don't see it like that.
Wow.
Like, you feel me?
Yeah, we could be getting fucking our whole land. To correlate it back to the Palestine versus Israel, we could be like Palestine, like niggas coming in, dropping bombs on this. Everybody, you know what I'm saying, getting murdered. Like it could be like that. It's like that in different places, bro. So it's like us, we got the luxury of just watching that shit happen instead of it actually being us. So like, and it tied into the video that I showed. Do y'all feel like we like should we just keep minding our business and accepting our luxury, or should we get involved in shit like that?
I don't know exactly what way we could get involved, but I'm interested in knowing like how much of that is just human nature.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Like
if you have comfort,
you don't want to give it up.
Accepting that, but even just accepting it though. Like if I got $100 and a burger and some fries, is going to run me $2.50, and I know this burger and fries is about to hit, and I don't got nothing better to spend this $100 on. Right. And after I spend this $2.50, I'm gonna still have $97.50. So why not go get the burger? You know what I'm saying? Like, why not? I'm not trying to be crazy, but I'm saying like, at what point is it our fault that we accepted the comfortability that came with? Like, how much of that is human nature, or do y'all think we should resist some of that? Because the comfortability is getting to a point, and I like the fact that Dusky said this, but I think the deeper point is if we don't restore our humility or look at shit a little bit differently, how much more lax are we going to get to where we just gonna be susceptible to any disease? You feel me? Our immune system gonna be fucked up. We gonna be weak men, weak women. You feel me? Relying on AI. You feel me?
In the name of comfort, safety.
In the name of comfort and safety, and not really being humble and realizing how good we got it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like, at what point, you feel me? Because I think the point we at, it's low key human nature to accept the comfortability.
Mm-hmm.
And you feel me? If you know that it's human nature, that may be the goal type shit. Like if I'm America, or I'm the U.S. is a corporation. All of us are a part of the business that's running the U.S. I'm saying, let me think of how to make my business run better. I need to make these bitches lazy. Unless, you know what, they need to be cool with being lazy too. You feel me? Like that might be the goal. But it's like at the end of the day, it is human nature too. You feel me? To accept the comfortability that come with life. So I don't know. It's tough, bro.
Right. Because it could. I feel what you were getting at. Because it could just be the illusion of having it better. Because like, for example, yeah, everything is feel good, but it's controlled. You might go to like what's that shit? Libya or some shit, and it's like, or Syria or some crazy ass shit, and then it's like, yeah, shit crazy. But niggas is free and shit. You know what I mean? Like you might realize that they more free in a third world country than we damn near ain't even free. We just feel like we free type shit. Like
illusion of freedom.
And thinking about, to go back to what Keon said, could we even help? Should we even help? How many of us really, really, truly have the skills to do something about what's going on? Because you got to think, what you do on the everyday, you are what you eat. And that's a figurative saying, but you are what you consume, really. You feel me? So whatever you consume is what you putting out. If all you putting into your body is bullshit, all you watching, all you listening to is all bullshit, how effective are you gonna be when it comes to some real shit?
Exactly, bro. You know, I was just saying that, like, it feels comfortable. You think it's beastie. You're like, oh, we have it better than them. Look at them, sad them. Whole time, we're weak as fuck. Then boom, you got your weakest nigga.
They lulling us to sleep. They lulling us to sleep. You feel me? A motherfucker cool with 3 burgers in a day.
Right.
Hey,
see, go ahead, Dusky. Go ahead.
All right. The thing is, like, we choose. I feel like we choose to be lazy.
Yeah, but perfect. You just said that.
To not be lazy. We have the opportunity to do whatever we want in this country. Like, you feel me? Compared to like the third world countries, they don't have. There's no choice.
Right.
They don't.
And we
don't have opportunity.
We pay for convenience. Like we value convenience. If it'll make our life easier, we'll give it. You give you the bread, whatever. But like that inconvenience it make us weak. So it's like, all right, for like the fucking McDonald's example, like you can go get a fucking burger and have that shit in your hand in seconds. But is it healthy for you? Is it really helping you? You know what I'm saying? So like we pay for convenience and we value convenience, but it don't really help.
Right,
bro.
You might
and
go to other countries. And, oh, my fault. Go ahead, Gab.
Nah, I was about to say damn near the same thing you were saying. Like a motherfucker might to get that burger in Mexico really gotta carry that trash bag 5 miles up the block, go get a couple cent. You feel me? Then carry another trash bag back down the block, get a couple cent. Now they can get a burger and split it with the family.
Or they gotta go grab the whole cow, slaughter that motherfucker.
Ain't gotta blame the cow part because.
But look though, you learning. If anything, bro, I can go find me a cow. I don't know where you the fuck you gonna find a cow that's roaming, but
bro, exactly. You're independent. Like, nah, for real, truly. Because it's like, at the end of the day,
saying really goes. You give a man a fish, he eats for a day. You teach a man to fish, and he eats forever. You know what I'm saying? So, that was just to summarize your point. You feel me? Or what we've been saying is the convenience. It may seem like it's better for you, but the actual convenience of it is taking away a valiant skill that you may need or you may never think you need because of the fact that you've always had this crutch. You know what I'm saying? So if we was to ever have to, you feel me, like a motherfucker that always had a bed in their life. If your bed was to break and now you got to sleep on the floor, that's an inconvenience for you because you've always had your bed in your life. You know what I'm saying? So now you about to use the floor as an excuse. You going to work the next day. My body ache. You feel me? Because I had to sleep on it. You feel me? Like, and that's just a minor example or a minute example. A motherfucker that don't have no shoes, and now you got to walk outside barefoot and you done had shoes your whole life. You feel me? That's an inconvenience for us. You feel me? We would be outside, you feel me? Fucking, you feel me, walking on eggshells damn near because we can't walk on land with bare feet like it's normal. We too used to having a padded protection under our soles of our feet. You feel me? To if it was to ever come to a day where we got to be barefoot out that bitch, we wouldn't really all the way fuck with it like that. But that's why you got to be grounded. You feel me? I think that's a perfect word for it, for real, because you got to have some type of down to earth about you to where you still connected to the roots and to your roots.
What's crazy is at some point is that technically like the evolution. Because think about like how you said, Keon, them niggas actually got to go kill the cow themselves. They actually got to go ground the beef. Like they did that. You know what I mean? But it's like the niggas that's going to McDonald's, you thinking that's the norm. You'll see someone do that and be like, oh man, that nigga crazy as hell. Like,
right.
He just killed a cow and wow, what a horrible human.
How you think you got that burger, my nigga?
Exactly. The whole time you just did, he did with less steps. It's like with a logo on that bitch. Like,
nah,
that's barbecue sauce. Like,
niggas not even eating real ground beef no more. Niggas is cool with it. It's de-evolution. Nah, you answered your own question, kid. It is de-evolution. Because we done got to the point where rather than going and killing the real cow and cooking the real meat, we're going to go pay $2.50 for the fake meat. And be cool with the fake meat. Anybody who watching this, you know you eating fake food when you order some food. You know that. You know that. Don't lie like that. You knew what it was when you ate it and you bit it and you loved it.
Bro, food just be looking too BC to be real. Like,
yeah, that should be too chewy to be real. A McDonald's chicken nugget is too perfect to be a real chicken nugget. I've had a chicken nugget before. I know them bitches still hit the same way they used to hit because them niggas is cloning them bitches to replicate. And they cloning everything in there to taste exactly the same every time they hand it out the window. There's no way that hash brown hit every time you blast a hash brown.
Bro, oh God, though.
But they're cloning hash brown. So it got the same crisp. But they're cloning these hash browns.
Bro, this is actually scary, bro.
In there.
When you
hitting
think
it with
about
a ray gun, that bitch is replicating They handed it out the window.
Because look
So-
at they
so
bond
do-
though. Oh, my fault. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, so Dusky, you would so okay. You say so. Would you say we got it too easy?
Yeah, in America, yeah, I think we got it too easy. Where like
Do
it
you-
can.
It can what? Your shit start breaking up, or is that me? Y'all can hear me?
I can hear you. I think Dusky shit is frozen.
cut
To
out.
answer your
Yeah.
question though. Yeah, I think
Yeah, we can't hear you, Dusky.
he getting chopped up. You've officially been
So I was gonna
chopped
say,
and screwed.
is we supposed to have it hard though?
Well, okay, hold on. So he's Dusky, are you back? Because I was gonna answer the question, but if you back, I do want you to be able to answer your own question. No, I think his body's missing.
Yeah. Wait. You can hear me though,
Hold on,
right?
Dusky, I'm gonna let you go after
we
this.
can hear you. Can hear you. Your shit just skipping.
Yeah, he chopped
It's
and
going
screwed
in
right
and
now.
out. It might be your
His
internet.
body's missing.
They hit him with that. They hit him with that Wisconsin. they T-pained his body, chopped and screwed it. Nah, but he said we got it too easy. But I think that's depending on who you asking, bro. Because not everybody had it easy in life. I done been at a point in America where my family was surviving every day. You feel me? We finding a meal to eat. You feel me? I might go steal something to eat. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that wasn't my fault. You know what I'm saying? That was my circumstances. Now I
But
probably
even
could have
then-
made a better chance.
I'm about to say,
But-
but peep this though. It goes like to who you comparing to, because even then in that situation, in comparison to somebody in the third world country, they said probably even crazier than that. So it's like,
But and that's why I say it depends on who you asking though, because even in that situation, with knowing what they're going through out there, I wouldn't say that having to survive or live day to day is having it too easy. I'm not saying that it's the same as what's going on in Palestine or with the Palestinians, because in no way, shape, or form is it the same. But if a motherfucker ain't had no food or they in the house without heat,
it's still not easy.
I'm not gonna say that's an easy predicament.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it depends on who you asking. I do think living in America and becoming successful in America or being at a you may not realize what success is living in America, I should say. So people might think that this is what easy is when really easy is down here. You feel me? And having the choice to eat every day, or you feel me, have new clothes to wear every day. Like, people may not think of that as easy, but that is what's easy in comparison. But it's all you feel me, depending on who you asking for real.
bro, in all honesty, like looking at myself and my life, and just, I would say this shit is easy. Like, if I wasn't as ambitious and I just wanted hella shit, bro, when you think about that, it's kind of like spoiled. We kind of like that's being spoiled in, like, because like, I'm ambitious, I want hella shit, but I don't even need it. Like, I'm perfectly good where I'm at, and like I could work and ride my dirt bike. I got all types of shit I could just do, but it's like I want more, and it's like we have the ability to want more. So like, okay, with the ideas of success, somebody just coming to America, getting a little 1-bedroom, then they got a job and they eating every day. That's success. So it's like, we is definitely spoiled and shit. We definitely
But
spoiled.
it's crazy. It's crazy because it's like I realize everything has its goods and its bads. Because, for example, like I'll be saying, like we be thinking, oh yeah, oh man, U.S. everything's good here. People love us here and all that, but we know that's not the case. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you gotta look from the outside. You know, it's so funny, bro, because it's a funny ass example, but it's this nigga I work with. He's a shady nigga. He cool as hell, but like he a shady nigga. Like everyone knows he's a shady ass nigga. So like you just look at it. Like sometimes he'll be like, "Oh yeah, Kev, you can go ahead, chill in your car. Go ahead, do this, have some fun and this and that." Like, and it seemed nice, but I know, like, nigga, you just trying to backdoor the tips. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's like it just some shit will seem nice, but the whole time it's like really just to take advantage. Like that's why I really feel like with America too. Like we think, oh, this shit is really good, but it's like nah. I think we are more happy, or not more happy, but they need us more than we really think. Like,
bro, it's so crazy too. Like, cause I in the same breath, I would agree with everything Keon said. We got it easy, and we want more than what we have, but what we have is more than enough. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, I think for us to have it easy means that somebody does have it hard.
They have,
and because that's what capitalism is. Yeah, that's what capitalism is. You know what I'm saying? Like, in order for somebody to capitalize, somebody fuck around and was hurt by that. It was somebody that made all these Jordans that Jordan made billions of dollars off of that only got a bun for their sandwich. You feel me? Like you got paid a bun for the burger. He didn't even get the whole burger for that shoe. You feel me? That nigga had to put together 1,000 shoes.
Just the bun was reimbursed. That was it. Said,
that ain't even funny, bro.
That's all we got you covered for. I would be like, what? I made the 14. Nigga say that.
The 14s was me.
Y'all niggas.
I did that. Nigga. Nah, that's crazy. Kev, you are crazy, bro.
It's crazy because it's like somebody gotta have it easy and somebody gotta have it hard. Is there a way to balance everything? Because bro, like I just said earlier, like them is two different energies, and energies can't be created nor destroyed. It has to go somewhere. So like either it all just balance out or it's gonna be lopsided. I don't know.
That's a fact. So I think everybody to kind of put a cap on it. I think everybody has a responsibility to be down to earth, you know, and do
give back in some type of way.
Yes, give back to the world and put something back out, whether it be prayer, whether it be, hey, this is all the money I got on me right now. Because some people are in a position where they have it so easy that they can give a random person off the side of the street all the money they got in their pocket, and it'd be a couple $100s at that.
Bro, you know it's crazy too. Yeah, because like sometimes it's crazy how crazy the grind go, bro. I was literally at Sheets just grabbing some shells, and I come out and it's a nigga. He's like, "Hey, you got Apple Music?" And I'm like, yeah. And he's like, "Oh yeah, fuck with me." He gave me his shit. Shout out my nigga Tizzle, man. Yo, fuck with that nigga Tizzle.
Shout out that nigga Tizzle, man.
Yeah, right, and it's crazy because like I'm lacking. You feel me? Like I'm thinking this nigga trying to ask me for a shell. I'm thinking he trying, you know what I mean? I'm thinking I don't know what bro on my whole time. He didn't give a fuck. Like my nigga just had the teasy. He just out here just trying to get his shit heard, bro. He followed.
Nigga got another nigga to follow him on Apple Music. My nigga got another body. You feel me? Like he cool with another follower. Niggas is out here not cool until they get another crib or another car. Or, you feel me? Another bitch. You feel me, bro? And I love this topic because it puts it in perspective, bro. We got holiday season coming up, and this motherfucker's out here about to be stressing over not being able to afford a gift or not being able to get a gift. If your mom can't buy you a gift, nigga, do that mean you not got it easy?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But
That's
a nigga
crazy.
gonna really sit there and cry, and I done been there. I done been the kid that sat there and cried. Didn't know how easy I had it. Didn't know that you don't got to get no gifts. You got a family, you got a house, and you got some shoes, and you got some car. You feel me? You got whatever you need in this bitch. You feel me? You about to have a cookout. When your family about to come over, you about to have a cookie and a stocking. You feel me? Like you about to have whatever you want out that bitch for real, but not whatever you want out that bitch for real. But you can't put it in perspective when you. Sometimes you don't put it in perspective, but it's
bro.
People don't.
Giving is so easy, bro. Like you can walk out, you can give positive energy, my nigga. Like just saying what's up to somebody or act like from having a little conversation, saying what's up, holding the door, like that's all given.
Bro, even prayer is a gift, bro. Like I don't know how much you don't have to be religious to pray. Just for anybody, and this we might have to clip this. You don't got to be religious to pray. But if you believe in the power of words and the power of manifestation, then you should also believe in the power of prayer. You feel me? Because all of that shit is setting something in motion. You feel me? Whether if you pray for somebody and something still happened to them, that prayer still offered another layer of protection over them, or you feel me, another blanket of just another shield over them. You feel me? Like the power of words goes a long way. So it don't even have to be in the form of a prayer. You can just say this throughout your day, or you feel me, whenever you feel like saying it, or when you can write it down, whatever it is. But like Keon said, that's energy being transferred. You can give that as a gift, and it can be something that's given. You feel me?
That's like, it's like putting positive energy just out into the atmosphere, and all this shit is connected, bro. Everything is one thing essentially. So it's like when you put that out, it directly goes to whatever you're putting it out towards. You know what I'm saying? So you put out positive energy towards somebody, it's getting to them because it's from everything connected. So yeah, man. But yeah, man, we can wrap this motherfucker up. I gotta lay down before work and shit.
Shout out to homie Kwame popping through, man.
Shout out big bro.
Shout out to homie Kwamington.
Shout out everybody tuning in there. Make sure y'all spin the band again on Thursday. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Damn, today is Sunday. That's crazy.
Yeah. So we gone.
Damn, I really want some bangs right now, bro.